have an all-star Alperen Sengun right now. We got a first-team All-NBA defender and a ascending all-star in Amen Thompson right now.
So without the move for Kevin Durant,
we had Jalen Green.
Exactly.
Athletic
y'all credit Jalen Green for the Rockets finishing second.
No, I'm not crediting Jalen Green for his finishing. Well, who else?
I mean, obviously Sengun, but who else?
I'll say this.
Amen Thompson.
The Rockets was the best defensive team in the league.
Listen. I'll say this.
Thompson had more impact on getting the Rockets to the.
Yes, 100%. Yes, I was saying that
because he had some steals. What I'm talking about.
All right, so breaking news dropped today. Kevin Durant is headed to the Houston Rockets. Do you think that this is
He did not want that to happen.
a good move for Houston, or do you think this is a big mistake? Deciding who goes first. What year did KD win MVP?
2014.
Omari, you going first?
Y'all ain't no KD fans, man. Sit back. Nah, I'm playing. I feel like that was a. Nah, I'm playing. Yes, I am. But that was a good pickup for the Rockets, man. I was advocating for KD to go to the Rockets from the jump. I mean, I feel like it would have been a good move from the jump. So, yeah, man. I feel like it opens up the offense for Houston. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a guy that can go get a bucket and KD. So, yeah, that's gonna be pretty nice for y'all. So.
Does KD's fit next to Sengun, Fred VanVleet, Jabari, and Amen Thompson? Do you think that works?
I mean, I think some of them, like Fred, is still undecided because we still got to decide what we're going to do, picking him up or not. But I think the move for Houston, I think that was an A++ for us. Not only did we get Kevin Durant, but we only had to get off Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and the 10th overall pick in 5 seconds. I promise you, nobody cares about second-round picks. And we're in a win-now scenario with a lot of young guys that we already re-signed, and a couple of them are coming up this summer, and obviously Tari or Jabari. We're gonna take care of those. But those were humongous factors in why I didn't want to make a KD trade, because I thought Phoenix was going to try to attack some of our young assets like Cam Whitmore's or the Jabari Smith or Tari Eason. They didn't get none of those. Yeah, they got underwhelming Jalen Green with hella potential, by the way.
They got the best one.
And they looking to trade him somewhere else.
And Jalen Green,
come back to Houston.
Nah, we don't want to. But Kevin Durant, he changed the whole landscape of the Western Conference with this move. Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green was a humongous part of that team, of course. But adding a 27 points per night score in Kevin Durant amongst up and growing all-star, really getting close to superstar range in Alperen Sengun. Then you got Amen Thompson coming back year 3, really going to be more pushed into that point forward role.
Yeah.
And obviously we've seen the potential. He was the first team all-defensive player. His offense only getting better. So I'm like, you traded away Jalen Green. We gave him 4 years to prove what he could do. He didn't show up. He has hella potential, but how long can you go off of potential before it's like, okay, like, you had the time that first 3 years when we wasn't good, when we wasn't competing, where you had to grow and show that you was that guy. We gave you the 4th year. You can I think me personally, nobody can say the Rockets hold Jalen Green. The Rockets got off of him too early.
We ain't say that.
I feel like he had his proper time.
I'm gonna say that. Oh no, I didn't want to interrupt with you.
Nah, he had his proper time.
I don't think so. First of all,
4 years.
First of all, I think that KD trade was a little premature for the Rockets. Me personally,
premature.
I would not have made that move. I think me personally, what are we going off of? Jalen Green has had great success. You just said Kevin Durant averaged how much?
27.
And Jalen Green averaged 21. So we giving up all of this to go get 6 more points again.
But that's a whole different dynamic of it. Obviously, KD isn't established. But you looking at it from a point standpoint. I'm looking at it, Kevin Durant is a way better defender. Kevin Durant brings you length. Kevin Durant,
he give you that secondary scoring option and can play off of anybody.
Kevin Durant is 35.
Kevin
And
Durant
he still be open. He still be open.
That is the
Green
problem.
isn't even 25.
But
That's the problem.
But my
That's
thing,
25
but my thing is like, why are we trying to fit players around these age gaps to like, okay, like they have to be here for the foreseeable future. Like,
hold on. Back to your point, you said it when you were talking earlier. You said the Rockets they got young success. We get to number 2 seed, but he really not getting it done. They got there with Jalen Green.
But how long do you wait?
He's not even. He played. We keep saying he's at 4 years. The first 2 years was meaningless basketball. They were just playing AAU ball. So we can't count that against Jalen Green. The goal was to go out there and just score a lot of points and to see what you could do. So now that he's gotten a coach these last 2 seasons, and Ime Udoka, who puts a little structure around them, they got to play. They got an offense. You got other guys around you who can hoop. He's still adjusting. He's not even 25 yet. We're going to go give up a 23-year-old young, probably second most athletic, if not the most athletic shooting guard in the NBA after Anthony Edwards. To go get 35-year-old Kevin Durant, who I know is going to give me 27 tonight. Okay, he can get a bucket. We know that, but what else?
He's a way better defender.
So, okay,
he fits in the flow of any single offense. He's not a ball-dominant player. Jalen Green needed the ball to be effective.
But he's 35. He's been in every situation. Jalen Green, he don't even know what he could do yet.
Think about this for a second. I understand where you're coming from because the value that we gave up to acquire Kevin Durant, we could have given up a Jabari Smith. We could have given up a Tari Eason, but we didn't. We kept those pieces. We even kept Cam Whitman, which was surprising. So I'm obviously ecstatic about that. But I'm agreeing with Cam. I'm pessimistic about it because for all it's worth, we got to understand like this lasting effect that we got from the playoffs from watching Jalen Green play bad basketball. It was his first basketball postseason run.
That's what I'm saying.
But like
you're playing the Golden State Warriors.
He's playing an experienced team who happened to be one of the better defensive units in all of basketball this season. Took them to 7 games. He was the leading scorer in the regular season to help us get to this 52-win season, the number 2 seed in the NBA, in the Western Conference, top 5 record in the NBA. And alongside that, we not only lose him, but we lose one of the better perimeter defenders on our unit.
Exactly.
So we're in a position where we're
still young.
So we're in a position where we're sacrificing those 2 players. One who has we obviously know about the potential. Like to your point, he's been here for 4 years, but at the same time, he's younger than everybody in this room. Like, do you know how shocking that is? He is one of the most athletic guards in the NBA, and while the offensive inconsistency is there in so many aspects, I guarantee you the Rockets wouldn't have been complaining if they was in the position they were in last year, which was getting to the 2 seed, being a team that was a laughingstock to all of a sudden making the playoffs in Ime Udoka's 2nd year in coaching.
I think
like,
that's
development.
I feel like they just see more in Cam Whitmore and Shepard.
So I don't give them minutes then.
I wouldn't
so
say
I don't
that.
give them minutes.
So you give us. So you.
I thought Cam Whitmore was gonna start over Dylan Brooks. Like,
So you think? So
for
what you're
beginning
telling
of
me,
the season.
you would take Reed Shepard and Cam Whitmore over Jalen Green?
I would take Cam Whitmore over Dylan Brooks. Yeah.
We're talking about Jalen Green.
Dylan Green. Oh no. Well, no. I wouldn't take Reed over him, but like, I just feel like, maybe that's just like they see like, okay, we can work with those guys. Let's see what they do.
I think Jalen Green is just more the fact of like
He's
been there 4 years, and I know that's not a large sample size, but at the end of the day, when they're investing that much into you, they draft you that high you got your contemporaries in Evan Mobley, you got your guys in Cade Cunningham that taking those next steps. Jalen Green is getting benched in half of these games in the fourth quarter because he isn't producing. You're not gonna keep investing that
Kobe
level.
got benched.
With multiple times throughout a season, Jalen Green. It was not even a shocker. Jalen Green doesn't see a fourth quarter.
So you say that, so your point, you say that it's worth moving off from Jalen Green because we got
100% because we're competitive right now.
Yeah,
we have an all-star Alperen Sengun right now. We got a first-team All-NBA defender and a ascending all-star in Amen Thompson right now.
So without the move for
We
Kevin Durant,
had Jalen Green.
Exactly.
Young athletic
So y'all
guard.
credit Jalen Green for the Rockets finishing second seed.
No, I'm not crediting Jalen Green
Who
for
else?
his finishing. Well,
Who else?
Alperen
I mean,
Sengun.
obviously Sengun, but who else?
I'll say this.
Amen Thompson.
The Rockets was the best defensive team in the league.
Listen. I'll say
Ben
this.
Thompson had more impact on getting the Rockets to the
Yes, 100%. Yes, I was saying that
because he had some steals. What talking about?
Pause. Are you subscribed to Check the Stat Podcast, man? While we on this pause, you make sure you go on that YouTube link and you subscribe to Check the Stat Podcast, or you gonna make my boy Omari sad, man.
I'm gonna do something crazy.
Thompson was averaging like 25.
He wasn't, but like his
Some
defensive
points,
impact is
that's all that
crazy,
matters.
though. He was holding everybody on the court from 1 through 5.
Y'all just told me, you just said Kevin Durant is going to bring a offensive scoring power to the Rockets.
That's what they
KD averaged 27 and Jalen Green averaged 21. So that's why we need to get off of them.
But wait.
Now y'all are telling me that Amen Thompson had a higher impact on getting the Rockets to the 2 seed than Jalen Green.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Outside of
Exactly.
Outside of Jalen.
Outside of Jalen.
Team effort.
Jalen had no impact.
Who are we looking at?
To get into
Don't
the
get me
2 seed?
wrong.
Who are we looking at Jalen Green as?
Don't get me wrong. Amen Thompson's a great player. He did not have the impact that Jalen Green. Jalen Green was going for 40 balls, 30 balls, 20 a night. Like, what are we talking about?
So when we see the
y'all think Amen Thompson's finna go for how much Amen Thompson average next year?
about 18 to 19.
He can't even shoot. What is he gonna do?
Giannis can't shoot, but he averaged 30 a night.
If I'm 6'11" and I weigh 260 pounds, I could get to the lane too and average.
I mean, but how many 6'11", 260 pounders we got in the league that can't do that?
Exactly. But my point is, Amen Thompson, he's gonna average 18. How?
What you mean? How?
He cannot shoot the 3.
He get to that rack. He's athletic.
To the rack?
He's athletic. He's like the most athletic.
Separation for him to be able to.
Him and his brother are like the most athletic dudes in the NBA.
We had that team prior to even making this move for Kevin Durant. Like, the development for Amen Thompson is there. If that's the case, I would have loved to.
He's gonna average 18 doing what?
No, I'm saying I would have loved to see the development of like a Reed Shepherd, the development of Amen Thompson, letting him become more of a primary ball handler if that's the case. Because I understand Jalen Green in this position is not given a favorable light based on how the last time we saw him, he crumbled under the lights. But I'm not sacrificing the potential to see
for right now.
Exactly, because if that's the case, then that means that the Rockets need to win a championship sometime within Kevin Durant's tenure.
To the Rockets' point,
they have to.
To the Rockets' point, they didn't give up a lot. I mean, I guess you gave up Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, yes, but I mean, me personally, I'm just like, you give up Jalen Green and go get a 35-year-old KD because we know he's going to average 27. You put Jalen Green on the Hornets. He's going to average. I mean, Kevin Durant on the Hornets. He'll average 27.
And the thing that makes me upset and pessimistic about it is because, like, I just got PTSD. Are we not going to sit back here and remember KD post-Warriors? Like, every single scenario he's been with the Brooklyn Nets.
That was almost there.
Almost don't count.
His foot
almost don't count. We seen that overtime stint when he didn't score in that entire overtime period. Again, he got them to overtime when he got his foot on the line. 50-point game. Amazing. Legendary performance. He didn't score in overtime when they needed him. And granted, he was gassed and tired, but at the same time, like, if you're that guy, which clearly he is, then he has to get you over the hump. He didn't do that in Brooklyn. He hasn't done that in Phoenix. And I hope and pray to God he does that for the Rockets, but I've seen it time and time again where people sacrifice the development of their team for temporary success that isn't even successful by their standards because they think KD is going to take them over the hump.
But you're looking at it from the standpoint of Kevin Durant coming here as the leader, as the number one scoring option. But I'm saying he can be, and realistically he will be, but the number one option on that team by far is Alperen Sengun. And it's not based off of who's better than who, because obviously Kevin Durant is better than Alperen Sengun. But Kevin Durant is going to have to fit around what we do, which he does the best than any superstar in the league. He can play around any style of offense in the league. So he doesn't have to be ball dominant. He can play all ball, make them catch and shoot threes. He can slash. Like, our main weakness last year was we couldn't put the ball in the basket. Jalen Green was a part of that issue because he was so inconsistent. You have only so much time before, and obviously Jalen Green's stock is high. So we're going to keep a Jalen Green We already have a guy that we're investing a lot in Alperen Sengun. We gave him an ascension. Now we have an Amen Thompson that we're seeing the growth and potential. He played better than Jalen Green from start to finish of that postseason and realistically regular season. If I know Cam, he's big on points. 21 points a night. I promise you, this guy's
That's what y'all was saying.
No, but I'm
Y'all
saying the biggest weakness for the Houston Rockets last year was defense, right? On the offense, right?
Half court.
Our big half court offense will be great transition. We sucked half court. We bring in a guy that's one of the top tier scorers in the league, and especially in half court offense. So we're fixing one problem right there. Now, with KD getting that level of attention, we have other guys that can play around him in a Jabari Smith, in a Tari Eason. And Rich, we're really going to elevate Amen Thompson to the levels that we've never seen before because he's going to have a lot of driving lanes and opportunities to score.
The only thing that I'm going to have a concern with is because when you elevate that offense, you're obviously sacrificing to get that great level scorer. The defense by default is going to get somewhat of a worse level. Would you agree?
But no, because Kevin Durant is not a bad defender.
Is Kevin Durant Dillon Brooks?
Does Kevin Durant have to be Dillon Brooks on that team that's already great defensively?
The question is Dillon Brooks, Kevin Durant?
Not even close.
And obviously, offensively, no.
So
Not
I'm
even
thinking,
close.
I think, me personally, I really don't care about Dillon Brooks.
Thank you.
He can
Okay.
My thing is, y'all have Cam Whitmore to replace that. Cam Whitmore is solid, bro. He's pretty damn good.
I'm not who.
Dylan Brooks.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll replace.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all
Y'all could be disrespectful to Dillon Brooks. I'm just looking at a dude who was a laughing stock of the NBA when he was in Memphis and changed his whole image to the point where everybody in this room that's a Rockets fan realistically wanted to keep him part of the young core. Prior to this move of Kevin Durant, would you agree?
No.
Dillon Brooks was if any trade package for a superstar, I'm finding a realtor for Dillon Brooks right there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he's the first option that I have to be like, okay, like you're gonna be a part of any trade package for any one of these big guys, and I can go to bed like a baby at night. I promise you. I was okay with Dillon Brooks going.
Y'all got KD for a bag of chips, bro.
I understand that, but I understand that. But look, we got KD for a bag of chips.
Realistically, yeah, but
KD better
bag of chips.
That's the only
I'm
thing.
cool with the trade. I wish I just would have kept Jalen Green, me personally.
To wrap
They could have
up,
gave him Jabari Smith. I would have been cool.
to wrap
Oh,
up,
hell no.
It's been a kind of long segment. Does this move keep the Rockets 30 seed or higher in the West?
So the Rockets top 2 seed once again. I mean, obviously you don't know until the season starts, but my prediction they'll be a top 2 seed. Offense will be way better. Defense is not gonna miss a beat, of course.
I'll say top 5.
Yeah,
Oh my
I'll
God.
put them top 3. I'll say they'll be a top 3 seed. I don't see them as no championship
Depends on who
contender.
else they add, and I definitely think we need to bring back Fred VanVleet.
Worst case scenario, we're gonna have
Who would y'all let play
court
point guard?
in the first round.
Oh, man.
Worst case.
We might do it. No, we might do it.
He gonna have to watch some highlights on the men time.
No. Y'all need to watch some highlights on the mentality.
Man, nice. I done seen him. I done seen him in person. He nice and much.
He can jump fast and he can steal the ball.
So players don't make progression from year 2 to 3 now.
No, I'm not saying he's not going to progress, but what do you?
When we drafted him as a point guard.
Okay, so let me just get you. Okay, give me y'all stats for Amen Thompson next year.
Our stats:
Yeah, and I just want to hear points and rebounds.
19 points, 9 rebounds.
Okay, what you got?
18 points, 9 rebounds, around that range.
Okay,
18-9.
He can fuck around and get 10,
18,
honestly.
9. What he averaged this year?
I think 14.
14.
Or like kind of 15.
Okay.
So you gotta remember, he came off the bench too.
Oh, well, we
Okay,
finna
so
check.
14, 15, no Jalen Green.
He averaged 14.1 points,
14.1.
8.2 rebounds.
Okay, and we 14.1, and we expect him to jump 4 more points and average 19 essentially, 18 and a half, 19 points. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I will see y'all in the fall.
Okay.
I'll see y'all in the fall.